Hi everyone, welcome to 30-minute Buns and Guns. Our focus is on your arms, your buns. We're going to do lots of work, lunges and squats. So we're going to hit quads, hamstrings, calf workout, lots of core, standing ab work. What you need for this class is hand weights if you choose. You can do the entire class with no hand weights. I have a variety of different weights, so I can go heavier or lighter as I see fit. And generally the rule of thumb is as we take our arms away from the center line of our body, we go a little lighter. If we're doing presses or just using the weights for additional intensity levels, we can have heavier weights in our hands. But if we move away from center line, we put pressure on our joints, so we want to be very aware of that. So you go up and down in weights as you need to, and we're also going to warm up with different levels of intensity, so you're going to choose what level you want to be at there as well. So just starting out with a little walk, a little brisk, and we're just moving the arms and the legs in a forward and backwards direction, not going side to side or on angles quite yet. Let's do a deep breath in, and out, and up, and out. So the heart rate will increase in this class, but it's not a high intensity class. So right now we just want to get the blood flow going so that it's safe to start putting some taxing movement on our muscles. So taxing in the way of reps or taxing in the way of adding those weights. So starting to turn that march into a jog. I'm going to do it with my knees forward to start. Maybe your jog has more of the heels coming up towards your buns. Your choice. Just nice, easy, relaxed arms. You can feel your breathing might be starting to get a little more rapid. Heart rate increasing. Couple more seconds. And we're going to bring it down and go into jacks. So full range with the arms. We really want to warm up through the shoulders. If you don't want to have the jumping in your jacks, you can do side jacks where you step side to side with no bouncing, no intensity. Okay, so that's your choice. When you're landing, keep your knees slightly bent. It's a soft landing on the ball of your foot, and we don't have to press the heel right to the ground. Four, three, two, last one, and our first set of squats. This one here is where we really practice our form, and we carry it through to the rest of the class. So my feet are in the same direction as my knees. It's more of a closed leg squat. I sit back. I push my hips back. I keep my chest open. My arms go out front as a counterbalance when my hips go back. And here's where you check. Look down at your toes. Can you see them all the time? Your knees are not driving forward. Your weight sinks into your heels. Two more. One more. Good. Let's jog it out again. So this time I've got my heels coming up. You'll also notice here on my table, not only do I have hand weights on the floor, but if I needed to improvise, I've got some cans from my pantry. As long as they're even, you can use those as your weights. Or load up some shopping bags with even more. 4, 3, 2, last one, jacks. So again, you're going high or low, full jacks, or low intensity side jacks. Soft landing, good. 4, 3, 2, last one. I'm going to take this set of squats wide leg. So making sure as we go wide leg, we still keep our knees behind our toes. And actually you saw me lose my balance there. So as you press back onto your heels, you might feel a tendency like you're pushing back too far. And then you just correct a little bit by moving your feet. What we don't want to do is press forward and have those knees going over your toes. Keep the chest up. Squeeze the inner thighs. Squeeze the core. Squeeze the glutes. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Let's just walk it out. Deep breath. Good. Up again. And now let's just roll those arms back. Big circles. Other way. And again, let's just alternate the arm on top and just cross over. Give yourself a pat on the back. Your first pat on the back for showing up. There you go. Excellent. Shake it out. Okay, so my first move, we're going to do bicep curls. So our arms are a bit stronger with that muscle group, the biceps, front of your upper arm. So I can load up with my heavier weights, make adjustments if you need to. Turning for a sideways profile. Along with the bicep curls, which come up to the shoulders and pass down slightly back behind your hips, we're going to add in alternating legs front into a front lunge. Alternate side to side. Watch your foot placement. Make sure the knee doesn't drive past your toes. And if you want more intensity, you bring the back knee down as you lunge. Add those arms now. Curl. Curl. Go at your pace. We don't want to go quickly. We want to place the foot carefully. Take your time going into that lunge. Good. Feeling it, for me, more in the back leg. Couple more. Counting down. 4, 3. Keep those shoulders back nice and proud. 2. And 1. Good stuff. Okay. We're going to do similar with the legs. We're going to actually move them a little bit though. We're going to take our lunges for a little walk. And we're going to turn our weights so that we're looking at the top of our weights, and it's a hammer curl. Okay? So it's going to be a lunge, step forward, lunge, step forward. You do what you have to, however much room you have. I can only get in a sequence of 2. If you've got more room. And again, as we're placing the foot, you're being careful not to drive the foot, the knee over the foot. Good. Many of us are doing this in a smaller area, sometimes a bedroom. Squeeze the upper arms into your body. Keep the elbows close at your side. I'm going to do 2 more to bring me back. That's 1. And that's 2. Okay, I'm switching to my medium weights, and I'm going into a wide leg squat. So start the leg move. And again, just check your toes. Can you see them all the time? Your chest is open. So making sure we're not leaning forward with our squat. It's about the legs. There you go. Squeeze the inner thighs and glutes. Now start to add alternating arm lifts. So this is one of those moves where we're taking the arm away from center line of our body. That's why I have gone a little lighter. Not sure what level you're at with your weights. You don't have to use any at all. Only lifting to shoulder height, no higher. Squeeze those inner thighs. Squeeze those glutes. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Let's turn to the left. We've got a few more. This is like those lunges we were doing, except we're holding it in one position and doing a knee dip. and we lift only one arm. Right leg is back, right arm is doing the lifting. Shoulder height, pass back slightly beyond your hip. I'm feeling this in the thigh, front thigh of my back leg. So I just give those cues so you can say, hey, where am I supposed to feel this? Doesn't mean I'm not feeling it in other places, just primarily there. 2 more. 1 more. Back to center. Let's do that wide leg squat. Squeeze inner thighs and glutes. Shoulders back, chest open. Now, those of you that want to, you can do both arms lifting at the same time. I'm going to turn sideways. Maintaining the straight back is important here. So this, I'm going to do a form we don't want to see. So we don't want to see the back being used to get you to stand up. If you feel you're starting to sway the back, go back to single lifts. 1 more each side. Squeeze those legs. Good. Turning to your second side, into a knee dip, straight down, straight up, and start to lift. So, left leg is back, left arm is lifting. Shoulder height, pass slightly past your hip on the way down. Good. Good. 2 more. 1 more. Great stuff. Walk out those legs. Grab a drink if you need one. Going into over row deadlift, squat, push, squat, stand. We have a lot of movement, but everything's going to stay close to our body. So I've got a little heavier weights again. Feet underneath my hips with a slight bend in my knees. I hinge forward from the hips with my core engaged to keep my back flat. Extend, row, extend, deadlift, over, row, extend, deadlift. When you're in your over row, you're looking out slightly in front of you on the floor. Try to keep your neck neutral. Squeeze those legs when you stand up, right here. Squeeze, good. Elbows high, deadlift up. Really squeeze those glutes, inner thighs. Go, 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 good. Don't lock those knees. 2 more. 1 more. And a row and a deadlift up. Shake it out. Plant those feet back in that same position. And now just start to squat. So going lower by pushing the hips out, not driving the knees forward, so check your toes. Keep your chest up. Good. We're going to add arms. It goes shoulder, press, shoulder, and stand. Shoulder, press, shoulder, stand. If you want to get more out of this, go slower. And I know we feel like, oh, go faster and work harder. It's actually more difficult if you go slower. Press and squeeze, stand and squeeze. Press and stand. And up. Those weights are slightly forward. 1 more time. Up. Good. Combining those 2 moves. Over row, deadlift up, squat, push, squat, stand. Here we go. Over row, deadlift up, squat, push, squat, stand. Over row, deadlift up, squeeze, squat, push, tall, squat, stand. Over row, core tight, flat back, squeeze up, squat, push, squat, stand. 1 more, make it good. Here we go. Over row. Elbows up, deadlift, squat push, squat stand. Good. Into a staggered stance. Make sure your feet are a little wider. They're not right behind each other. So they're helping you with balance. Lean slightly forward. Place your left hand on your left thigh. And a weight, if you're using it in your right hand. Down to the shoulder. Pull up. Single arm row. Single arm row. Keep your shoulders square with the floor. If you want to, we've done a lot of knee dips today. So if you're getting tired of them, your knees are starting to talk to you, you don't have to. You can even just do a foot roll. Keep the leg moving. 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring it up. Walk for a sec. Get into position. So front and back stride, side to side for balance. Lean forward, weight is in your left hand. It goes down to the foot. Elbow comes up to the ceiling. Hand down, elbow up. Square your shoulders to the floor. That means we're not turning and opening. Choose to go down into a knee dip, or maybe it's a foot roll. Maybe it's nothing at all. Good. 2 more. 2 and 1. Come on up. I'm going to keep one heavy weight. I'm going to go into a wide leg stance. Bringing the hands above my head. We've got a good grip on the end of that weight, so nothing's going to fall out of our hands. And turning sideways, I keep my elbows by my ears, pointing up to the ceiling, and it's a press up and a down, up and a down. Where do I feel it the most? When I slowly let the weight down. I really feel the stretch in the tricep. So if you want, we could add that activity for the legs. Wide leg squat, making sure we continue to sit back. So this one gets a little tricky because we're working something behind us and we tend to want to lean forward. And as we lean forward, we want to drive our knees forward. So if you found, oh, adding the legs just messes up my form, don't do the legs. Just tap out or walk or stand still. 2 more. Ooh, lots of work for those triceps. Excellent. Bring it down. Whew. Good job. My medium weights. And standing with feet underneath hips, soft knees, hinging forward again. So again, here we want core tight to keep our back flat. And we're going to do rows. But it's a wide, so it's out, sorry, I said rows, it's a fly, out, out. Your elbows slightly bent as you lift that arm out to the side and up. You feel your shoulder blades squeeze together. Keep it slow. Engage the core. Now we're going to do a single on one side, a single on the other, and now both arms go lift up for a count of 2 and 1 and down, 2 and 1. Single one side, then the other, then it's a count of 2, lifting up both arms, count of 2, down both arms. Very different doing that double. Here we go again, 2 up, 2 down. Single, single. 2 arms up and down. Watch your form. Is your back flat? Core engaged. Last time. Up for 2 and down for 2. Good work. Again, grab a quick drink. I'm going to pick up my medium again. And I'm going to tap side to side. Starting one side to reach across the body. my knee and toe on both legs. Turn with me. So nothing stays pointing to the front once I bring that arm across my body. The whole body turns with me. Good. Now reach out a little further. There's a shelf out there. We can't quite reach it. If you found that the weights in your hand are a little too heavy, go lighter, or just don't have weights at all. We're going to start to open now to the back. So keeping our elbows high, we turn and watch the weight as it goes to the back. The hinge is at the elbow. One more, it's getting heavy. Good. So you do as many as you can, trying to go to fatigue, but definitely don't work through any pain. Tap again, switch to the second side. Again, we're going to start with the elbow staying at shoulder height, and that's your cue. If you find your elbow starts to fall down, maybe your weight's too heavy. Extend. Turn both feet, both knees, both hips across. Good. Reach a little more. So as though I'm trying to put my weight maybe on my mantle here. Out. Feeling it in the side of your waist. Good. Now we're going to bring it back and open, turn and look. Good. Turn and look. Elbow high. Hinge at the elbow. 2 more. Let's try. That's 2. That's 1. Really good. Excellent work. Into our lunges. Side and back up. Side and back up. Feel free to go to heavier weights. I think I might do that. Initially, we're just using 1. So down to the foot, up to the shoulder, down to the foot, up to the shoulder. Maybe you want to bring that leg in and step out again. That's your first option. Just watching how you place the foot when you come back out again. Press up. Press up. Everything's an option. A knee up. A knee. 4. That core is working. Balance, lifting the knee. 1 more. Good. Step wide, right into the second side. Down, back to the shoulder. So this time we do have the upper body doing a rotation here. We've got a shoulder down towards the floor, and then the shoulder comes back up, facing forward. Great work for the core. Now you decide, am I going to move that leg and bring it in along with the hand and the weight? Press up for a little bit more work. Slow down as you need to when you're adding more moves. Maybe we're lifting the knee up, over, up, over, up, up. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Excellent. Going into suitcase squats. So load up one side heavier than the other. It might be 1 weight and none. I've got 2 weights and none. What we want to do is force one side to work a little harder so that we're not being pulled down. And then we squat. So this is more of a closed leg squat. I still want to dig in my heels. I still want to check and make sure my knees are not going past my toes. That you saw me lose my balance to the back. That means I'm digging in my weight. Not a bad thing. Now squeeze more through the glutes. Squeeze more through the inner thigh. Make sure your chest stays up and open. This arm here is just out here for balance. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Shake it out. When you're ready, we're going to go again on the other side. So ensure you've got a safe grip. Plant your feet. This time we're going to do 2 squats down, 2 squats up. So it's going to be down, 2, up, 2. Down, 2, up, 2. So we're really making it slow down a whole lot. Lots more time to squeeze. Squeeze more, squeeze more. Inner thighs and glutes. Keep that chest up. Look somewhere in front of you. Good. Squeeze more, squeeze more. 2 more sets. 1 more. Excellent. All this core work we're doing, anytime we're asking our body to work against weight from the center line of our body, it is engaging the core. We're just not laying down doing sit-ups. So soft knees, we're going to take it down one side then the other. And again, in my mind, I'm slowing myself down by doing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, side of the waist. That's where we feel it. What I want you to do is pull the belly button into the spine. I want you to squeeze your glutes. Good. Hearing my alarm go off. Time to start wrapping it up. 1 more. Good. Bring it up. Okay. If you need to grab a drink before we go into our final last couple of standing balance moves or stretches, please go ahead. So I'm going to stand on one leg with a soft knee and just start to lift the knee up and down. I've added the challenge of not touching the ground. So it's up and down, pretending there's a string between my belly button and my knee. The belly button pulls in first, it pulls on the string, and it pulls the knee up. I'm going to bend my elbows, and I'm going to cross over and back, over. So as soon as I add rotation, I'm challenging balance even more. So focus on that standing knee, don't lock it out. Now, I'm adding even more. I'm extending that leg from a knee down to a side leg extension. Good, lots going on. 2 more. 1 more. Good. You might have felt that one in both hips. Standing leg, definitely. Let's bring it up. Again, soft knee, standing leg. Eyes focus on something that's not moving. Focus on pulling the core in, which pulls that imaginary string, which pulls your knee. Bring up those hands. Start crossing over and back, over and back. Maybe you're extending, lifting to the side. Not a lot of moves we have that hit the outer thigh. Out. This is a good one. 2 more. 1 more. Good. And bring it down. I think we're ready to stretch it out. Deep breath in. And out. And up. So as we start to stretch our arms, you can keep those legs moving, shake the arms, or you can stand still. All depends on how you're feeling, and is your heart rate on its way down. Do you feel comfortable standing still? We're going to bring our hands forward, looking at the palms of your hand, thumbs up. And as you pull away from your upper body, without rounding too much, just try to pull the arms away from your shoulder and feel the stretch in your upper back. Shoulder blades coming apart. Bring it down. Grab those hands again, this time thumbs down, looking at the back of your hands. Heel of each palm pressing Again, away from you, straight out, and feeling a stretch around the outside of your arms. So all the way down here, feeling a stretch. Bring it down. Shake it out. One arm goes in between your shoulder blades, elbow up towards the ceiling, stretching for the triceps. Bring it out, switch to the other side. Shake it out. Long stance with the legs, so similar to some of the moves we did. Just lean into your front thigh. Keep your chest up, open. Press your back heel to the ground, but make sure your knee on the back leg is soft. And as you do that press with a soft knee, you feel the stretch focus in the calf, lower leg. Slowly bring your shoulders back over your hips, up onto the ball of your back foot. Tuck through the hips, press forward. Stay here or sink down a little bit and increase the stretch down the front of the thigh. Arm can come across your body. Keep your shoulder relaxing down, and you can even lean the head towards your extended fingers. And get a stretch through the neck. Slowly come back, release the arm, stand up, step in halfway. Your feet are still staggered, still side to side. Put your hands on your back thigh, sit in an imaginary chair, keeping your chest open. And now lift your toe. You're pivoting on the heel of that front foot. Knee of the front leg is still soft, and you're feeling a stretch. Glute, hamstring, and calf. All the way down this extended leg. Bring it down, roll up nice and slow through the back. Switch to the other side. So I got to get my bearings to say, do I have it right? I don't think I do. There. Okay. It's a good thing there's only two sides. Every instructor will say that at some time in their class. It's a good thing there's only two sides, because I get mixed up with two. I can't imagine if there were any more. So we're nice and long, knee soft. Press your heel, stretch the calf. Good. Bring your shoulders back over your hips, up onto the ball of your foot. Press forward with your hips. Stay here, sink down if you want. Bring the arm across. Release and relax that shoulder. So bring it away from your ear. You can lean your head in the direction of these fingers and get that added stretch through the neck. Head back, release the arm, step in halfway, hands on the back thigh, chest up, open, pivot on your heel, bring the toe back to your nose. You can always release one arm so that it's a counterbalance and you can sit back further, and if you do that, you might feel a more intense stretch in the glute, hamstring, and calf of that extended leg. Bring it back, roll up slow. Last stretch for the quads. Lean on something, continue to work on balance, your choice. Eyes are focused on something that's not moving, if you're doing this as a balance move as well. Squeeze your buns, press your hips forward. That intensifies the stretch down the front of the thigh. You can always push the foot away and try to resist with your hand, and that adds a bit more as well. Okay, second side, I'm just going to turn for a sideways backwards view. So again, we've got our soft knee on the standing leg. We're pushing our hips forward, squeezing our glutes, pushing our foot away, pulling back in with our hand. Trying to keep those inner thighs close together. And the stretching legs slightly behind. Bring it down. Deep breath in. And let it go. And up. And shake it out. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Have a great day. Drink lots of water. And get out and enjoy the sun. Take care.